Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rick Reads Comics. We're continuing our journey through Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is the first time I've read it. We've done issue 1 last time, so we're going to hop into issue number 2. It's by Marv Wolfman and George Perez. If you want to catch the beginning of the story, just jump back and watch that other video. But we'll take off here. Worlds will live, worlds will die, and the universe will never be the same. And I did the credits last time, but if you want to stop, you can pause it and read everybody. But of course, it's written by Marv Wolfman, and George Perez is the penciler. There's many inkers and different ones for the original series. And then I'm reading out of this graphic novel, so it collects all the issues. But the color schemes and stuff have been redone. They're a little bit different than last time. So you can check out those originals if you want to go back and see how it was done the first time. But there's a big splash image. And then we done this last time, so that was issue number 1. Let's jump over here to issue number 2. Issue number 1 was called The Summoning. And we're going to be a little further this time. Here we go, issue number 2. So at the end of the last issue, it reveals who is the one that is gathering everybody. And he says, I am the monitor. So we're going to hop off from there, and we'll see what's next. So Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue number 2. We've got a bunch of different characters. Some of them I don't recognize. I was telling everyone before that I don't know everybody in this, so it's kind of cool for me just to see it for the first time. The big thing about this was they had a bunch of established characters, and the stories were getting crazy. So this was made to kind of bring everything down to some essential characters and whoever's left of this, miniseries. Okay, so it says Time and Time Again is what this one's called. The Dawn of Man. Anthro crouches, staring over the ridge not far from the village of the bear people. He waits. They are coming closer. Too close, and Anthro's father village will be trampled beneath their powerful legs. Both anxious and frightened, Anthro breathes in deeply. Then the young hunter jumps. There he goes. Yah, he yells. Ha, the serpent nose doesn't know what hit him. Come on, big beast, Anthro. We'll lead you away from the village to the bear people. So he's leading them away from the village. He's distracting them. You and your brother serpent noses. Oh no, this stupid thing won't turn. Run, everyone, run to safety. They don't hear me over the roar of the serpent noses. Aye, Imbra, your husband fails. We'll all die. He's your son too, Neon, and the father of your grandchild to be. And Anthro hasn't failed yet. I hope, she's thinking. Come on, Serpent Nose. Do I have to stick my spear down to your toes before you turn? Look, I told you, Neon. My husband succeeds. Your husband, remember, he's my son too. Now they're both fighting over him. I did it. I saved my village. They'll probably hold a celebration in my honor. They'll serve all my favorite foods. What stories I'll tell my son to be. And it will be a son. Imbra would never have a daughter, would she? He shudders. Anthro, I knew you would save us. You're a hero. A hero? I am, aren't I? Maybe the biggest hero the bear tribe ever. And there's cut off. Let's see what happens. Oh no. He hits a tree. Clunk. Yikes. He gets knocked off. It was a long beast or a serpent. He hit me when I wasn't looking. Okay, he didn't want to say he get hit by a tree. Face me now, animal. Anthro is a hero. I'll fight any creatures I can. See? But what the young man sees is not any beast of prey or tree-southering serpent. No, what Anthro sees beggars description. It's a big city. Imbra, father, Lart, all of you look. Please hurry. You did it, brother. I knew you would. What is it, Anthro? It's a village, but bigger than... What happened to the village? Who moved it? And where are the serpent noses? There was this shining village, and you hurt your head on that branch. Let me make it better. But I saw this big village, and... Oh, never mind. I still saved our people, didn't I? Let's celebrate. But what did happen to the serpent noses? So he saw something, doesn't know what happened, kind of bled over. But it's probably from the fact of, all the worlds disappearing, stuff's like bleeding over. The distant past fades to the 30th century. as bone-weary members of the Legion of Superheroes continue their vigilant search. Still no sign of Dawnstar. What happened to her? You know she vanished. But to where, Wildfire? I don't know, but we'll find her. We've got to. Colossal Boy, why didn't she signal us? I don't know. It isn't at all like her. Hold on. Do you hear it? Reap? Certainly do, Lightning Lass. Loud and clear. Brainiac 5, and there's trouble. Chameleon Boy, Phantom Girl, Wildfire, Lightning Lass, and Colossal Boy. You're all needed immediately. Plaza Square, and let's pray this is just a gag. Holy Christmas, what in blazes are those things? Okay, so all the mammoths have now made it over here into the city. That disappeared, so I guess they made it in there and then it vanished. Come on, Sid, you've never seen their bones in the museum? They're mammoths, big suckers too. Just one question. Yeah, Freddy? They died a zillion years ago. How'd they get here? Stand tall, men. Set your weapon to kill. On my order. Ready? Aim and fire. No, don't. We'll handle this. Hold your fire. It's the Legion. This is more up their alley anyway. First, you get their attention. So they're blasting to get their attention. They're panicking. They need a leader. Hurry, Reap. It's up to you. We'll lose downstairs trail if we take too long. Don't worry your pretty mask, Wildfire. I've got this well in hand, or hoof. Follow the leader, Jim. You ready? As ready as I can be, Chameleon Boy. I haven't stopped too many mammoths in my career, but I think I'm big enough for the job. Wouldn't you agree? They're disappearing. What in blazes is going on here? Where are they? What happened? First Dawnstar vanishes, then mammoths appear and then vanish too. I don't understand. Call Brainiac 5. Maybe he picked up something. Forget the mammoths and Dawnstar at least for now. We've got serious problems. My computers detect high intensity frequency waves on the alpha omega scale. There's antimatter energy moving toward the Earth from somewhere I still cannot determine. Enough energy to destroy not only us, but the universe. The future fades now to the present. Late July 1985. Okay, so they're having the same problem in the future, in their world. It's kind of that wave is coming to erase them also. And now we jump back to the present. So that's when these books were written in late July 1985. Earth 1, in the stately mansion of millionaire Harold J. Standish III. Actually, the mansion which now belongs to Mr. Standish's heirs. Ah, 'twas a shame, Harold, old bean. You didn't have to die. Oh, I appreciate that you did, but it wasn't mandatory. All I wanted was the ownership to all your copyrights. And he died laughing, because it's the Joker. Piddling matter, you own the big C to all those silent comedy films. Worth on roughly 26 million once they underwent the new computer coloration process. I always saw myself a movie mogul. Louis B. Mayer, Cecil B. DeMille, both the Warner Brothers, and of course, me. Only movie you'll ever make, Joker, is a sequel to The Prisoner. And I don't mean the one in that village. Batman, you actually deciphered my clue? Amazing. Even I was stumped, and I wrote it. Batman busts through. That's a really good picture. There's a Joker with his gun. It wasn't difficult, Joker. Your Last Victim's Appointment book mentioned a Mr. John Alden of Plymouth Films and a $25 million movie to be called Captain's Hill, which happened to be where Miles Standish was buried. And that obviously led me to his only living descendant in Gotham. Obviously, Batman, I must say this, you are a persistent devil. And you've certainly proven your stick-to-itiveness. Very sticky to it, too. And then he shoots his flower at him. Gummed up your works, Batman. Getting old, stiff joints. Don't fret, friend. I have a A5 caliber remedy my mom sold to me on her deathbed. And it sold to him? What? And he pulls it. Batman's looking in fear. And then he sees something. Help me. Help, someone, anyone, please. The Flash? But he disappeared. And this is way back in The Flash, number 350. I guess they had a issue where he disappeared. And now they're answering that question where he went. Another second and I'll reach the solvent in my utility belt. Then I'll figure out what new game that capricious clown is playing. Flash? No fair, speedster. You're town's central city. Tell him, Batman. He has no jurisdiction here. And then they see or he sees the gun in his eyes. No, I don't suppose you will tell him, will you? You caped and cowed corpses to come have some sort of secret reciprocal deal, don't you? Well, I'll tell him my way. And he shoots. Bat paste, fast boy. That's enough, Joker. Ow! You're going back to Arkham, where you belong. I still have an ace up my sleeve. Try anything, and you won't have an arm there to keep it company. Please, can't you see the world? It's dying all around me. Iris, Iris. That image isn't the Joker's doing. You wouldn't know about Barry's late wife, Iris. Toodles bets. The better part of valor is to run when you've got the chance. Till next time. He actually got the Plymouth clue. Amazing. He's running down the stairs, fleeing. Where are you, Flash? I can help rescue you. Dying. The world is dying. And the Flash looks like he's dying too. Iris, dying, may already be dead. Save us, save us, save us. The Flash. Disintegrating before my eyes. And there he's gone. Dear God, what's happening? DC Comics proudly presents. So that's just the intro to everything. Crisis on Infinite Earths. There are 15 beings with extraordinary abilities, and they have been brought aboard this space and time spanning satellite for reasons they have yet to learn. Is Psycho Pirate, Firebrand, Simon, Blue Beetle, Solivar, Geoforce. Now cut that out. Firestorm, Killer Frost, Superman, Arion, Dr. Polaris. You've supplied weapons to other supervillains. Obsidian, Cyborg, Dawnstar, Green Lantern. So there's where Dawnstar disappeared to. She went and was taken to these heroes. I am the Monitor, and I have summoned you here because your universes are about to die. Already, more than 1,000 universes have perished. So, this is what's catching you up on what's been happening. The last contained the world you know as Earth 3. Now, the antimatter force once more shatters the dimensional barriers, expanding outward, engulfing one universe and then another, destroying all life and hope. First, your worlds will feel nature's wrath as your planets cry out in agony. So there's all the ones that we've seen disappear and get destroyed from last, issue. Worlds in upheaval, earthquakes, volcanic disturbances, floods, which will crush your coastline cities like so many twigs beneath your feet. Then shall come the nothingness, silent, invisible, sweeping across your worlds, taking with it everything. Hold it, pal. Like Antlerhead said, I've heard of you too. You've been selling the bad guys weapons and stuff for the past year or so. What gives? I've come here to help save your worlds, not to fight you. Please, I am tired, but I will try to explain all. You explain nothing, Monitor. You turned down my request for weapons. You listened and refused my needs. I swore then I would destroy you. Now Simon will do nothing. I turned you down because your scheme would have endangered the very ones I need. So he does a shield there and blocks the blast. Are you mad, man? Think, what if he's telling the truth? Unhand me, you stupid poltroon. Monitor, are you all right? I've never seen you so weak before. My full strength grows and I become weaker, but I will live, Lila. Still, I need the powers of Harbinger beside me. I fear these Earthlings may be too difficult to control. I will stand at your side. Yet why do I feel as I do, a force, an energy burning inside me? And why do I feel hate toward the one who saved my life? Why? So she's thinking this. I've heard of this Monitor too, though even my telescopic vision never detected his satellite. I suggest, however, we hear him out. This is an older Superman too. He's got gray hair. If he's telling the truth, we'll save our worlds. If he's lying, no power exists that can defeat us all. Understand, I am linked with all positive matter. It flows through me, gives me my power. But as the antimatter destroys more and more, I weaken. Soon, if you fail, I will be helpless to prevent my foe from destroying all that exists. Monitor, why us? Surely there are others with greater powers. Your story rings false. Maybe so, but my power ring would have told me if he was lying. I'm still confused. Who are all these people? I know only a very few. We're from different times, Firebrand, sometimes even different Earths. You know me and Superman, a few other I only a few others. I'm not convinced. I say we leave this instant. Take it easy, Geoforce. We gotta hear this through. I don't like any of this. None of us does, Simon, but we'll listen. I have tested all of you, and more pitted you one against the other to fully catalog your abilities. You are my initial force. Others will be summoned as their abilities are required. What is at stake now is greater than any morality of good and evil. The final fate of all life rests in your hands. Please, you must. He's losing it. We can rush him. No, Dr. Polaris. If the golden gates of Atlantis are endangered, Arion's course is decided. Oh, I believe him too. The psycho pirate knows true madness when he hears it. And why do you argue? Pledge to aid the monitor. So there you are, Harbinger. I was wondering when you'd show. In 5 crucial areas throughout time, the monitor has planted certain devices powerful enough to halt the antimatter tide. 5 areas which concede with the existence of heroes such as you. For the presence of such heroic ideals creates its own focal point. You must protect them from our enemies. Then you must engage them on our command. She's different. I sense darkness within her. I trust the monitor, yet the one who serves him frightens me deeply. The monitor is weak. What is your answer? Speak. We'll help, and we'll know soon enough if it's all true. Where are these places you're sending us? Blue Beetle, see for yourself. And then she sends them. One moment they are there, within the confines of a satellite that seemingly exists at all times and places and dimensions. Then they are gone, scattered across a great wide cosmos. Rest now, Monitor. Conserve your strength, while I must alert the other. I am unable to resist him, and I am forced to obey his commands. Forgive me, though you have been my father, and more. I now betray you. I wonder what she's doing or what's going on. This is a world shrouded in mystery, a world very few know even exists. Yet this tiny globe in the very center of the unknown universe controls a power infinite. Yep. This is Oa, homeworld of the Guardians of the Universe. Okay, so this is all the Green Lantern's homeworld. It's true then. It seems to be, but how could it escape our detection before now? We monitor all the galaxies. Our instruments track all universal anomalies. We should have been certain before now. We discovered its presence 12 cycles ago, power insinuating our universe, a power which has already swept through most of the other dimensional planets. If we cannot stop its movements, our universe will fall. We need the complete Green Lantern Corps. And even then, I fear our success. No guardians, it is too late. You shall no more summon your soldiers than prove a threat to my plans. Okay, this must be the monitor talking to him. What began with you so many centuries ago ends with you now. And there's the big giant lantern. Scrah! I don't know what that's supposed to sound like, but and then there they go flying. Metropolis, Earth 1. So something powerful enough stopped the Guardians from summoning all their heroes. Metropolis, Earth 1. There's Superman. Batman said it was urgent, and he's certainly not one to exaggerate. And there was fear in his voice, something I've definitely not heard before. And if I'm not mistaken, Earth 1 is our current, or the current heroes in this, time frame of the 80s. Well, I'm sure the two of us can handle whatever it is. Hi, sorry I was late, but there was a volcanic eruption in the middle of the Mediterranean. Strangest thing, too. Totally unexpected. Superman, there's trouble, and it concerns the Flash. And after the Batman's explanation, it was just an image, but I heard him call out, and none of us know what happened to him after his trial. I obviously fear the worst. Praise heaven, help at last. Who are you? I am called Pariah. I need you, both of you. I need you, both of you. Your legends reached my world long before my exile. And they look at each other. It's your world and your universe. Your Earth is dying, as have the other Earths before. No, no, I'm being called away. I cannot resist. Help! And he disappears, and they look on in fear. He's gone just like that. He said the Earth was dying. That's what Flash said. What's going on here? All right, so they're kind of getting the gist of it. Something's crazy happening. And now we have another section, the Great Disaster. Let's see what's going on here. It is some time in some future in a timeline that at times stands between modern Earth and the 30th century, which knows nothing of its existence. The world has been changed. Humans are hunted species, and animals now intelligent and deadly are their hunters. In this world of madness lives Kamandi, known to many as the last boy on Earth. I've recently ridden over this area a dozen times. Whatever this is, it sure wasn't here before. Wonder what it's supposed to do. So he's climbing this giant tower. This must be something that the monitor has in place, what he was telling the others. There's a lot of lost science we still know nothing about. Maybe this machine is. Nah, Dr. Canis would have told me about this. I, I wonder if I'll ever see him again. I'm sure neither of us wanted that fight, but. Huh? What is that? It's like a shadow flying out of the machine. And then he falls off. They cut the rope, I guess, and he fall off. Oh, I lost my grip. I'm done for. Not quite, lad. You're safe in my hands. There's Superman. Superman? I guess he knows Superman. How do you of course. You must have met my Earth One counterpart. It's a small world getting smaller if we don't do something to help. This is obviously the monitor's machine. Superman, I don't see the shadow beast. Boy, when did it appear? Is there more than one? A gorilla? You've got to be one of Tsar Simeon's hired killers. Happily, boy, I'm no such thing. I'm not even from your time period. Your eyes are different from the other animals. Warmer, more trusting. So Commandi must have, encountered some of those, but they were bad. The shadow thing is back. This time with friends, but it doesn't seem as strong here as it did on the monitor's ship. You guys think about it? How did the shadows get there? And unless I'm completely mistaken, their silhouette was the same as the monitor's own. I noticed that myself, Dawnstar. It's obvious we haven't been told everything, so they're able to hurt him right here. But that doesn't negate the basic threat. Not that these shadows are posing much of one. My shoulder! This thing just touched it, and my shoulder burns. Someone help! Get it off me! No problem, boy. Pleased to be of service. So he stomps it. Saves Commandi. The last time the shadows attack and flee. Like the last time, the shadows attack and flee. But this time, they're not disappearing. I can track them no matter where they hide, from anywhere on Earth to the dark nebula themselves. No, girl, let them go. We were brought here to protect the machine, not to leave it alone for a second attack. I know, but it's frustrating to simply wait here. I agree, yet somehow I feel the shadow demons are merely a prelude to some greater disaster. Will someone tell me what's going on here? From not too far away, Harbinger watches and chuckles. Let them protect the machine. It will serve those fools no good. Their efforts will be rewarded with death. So Harbinger's evil. I guess that shadow thing from the last issue infected her. And now she has something going on that's messing her up. The monitor satellite. It has only been hours since one of Harbinger's personas found itself taken over by something unknown. Only hours since Harbinger rejoined her errant selves to become Lila again. Only hours since Lila was taken over fully. Only hours since she embraced the path of the Monitor's deadly foe. Yet still she does the Monitor's bidding until she is given the final command. That will come soon enough, all too soon enough. His name is Alexander Luthor, child of the late Alex and Lois Luthor from the planet Earth 3. Earth 3, like his parents, no longer exists, and we saw the destruction of Earth 3 in the last issue. There she is. Lila, what is it? What is wrong? Can't you bring the Luthor baby to me? And she's seen with some crazy green eyes. Lila doesn't quite know how to answer the man who had raised her since childhood. Indeed, how can you explain the sight she now sees? So it's no longer a baby, but now he's grown quickly. Atlantis. Okay, here's another place. This has another thing that they have to protect. The gleaming gates still stand, and by the sacred rune of Chola, They shall never fall. This is Atlantis. Wow, I heard of it, seen it in the movies, but nothing could prepare me for what it really looks like. And it houses so many people, too, with so many emotions. You feel them, my friends. This is glorious, simply glorious. Use your emotion controlling powers on them once, Psycho Pirate, and my punishment will be swift. Come now, there is work that must be done. Oh, of course, dear Lord Arian. I would never spread my madness here. At least not for you to know, stupid oaf. Crazy. Lord Arian, when that machine appeared, we followed you across the great ice, but your tracks suddenly ended. Lady Cheyenne, there are stories I could tell of worlds and powers that could humble even fabled Atlantis herself. You know of this machine? I do, but please, ask me nothing now. Ariane. Ah, yes, Obsidian, our work. Not that. It's the Psycho Pirate. Where is he? I can't find him anywhere. That's Ariane, and this is Obsidian. Just because they're not characters I know, really well. And that's Psycho Pirate. It won't let me feed on the emotions. It's no longer enough to change emotions, is it? No, I've got to sniff. No, I've got to sniff. I'm picking up terror. Oh, good, sweet, manipulable fear. My kind of dread. Where am I? I need to know. So here's Pariah again popping up on another world. I think it's Atlantis. Don't ask the year. Say you're worried, aren't you? Atlantis? Earth 1 then. 40,000 years before my last appearance. No sadness or worry around me, friend. Not when I need your feelings more than you do. So here, lighten up, laugh. And he's laughing, and there's Pariah laughing. Lord, no, don't make me. You don't know what you're doing. Stop it. And he's laughing all crazy. Demented fool, that is enough. What? Who dares to? Oh, it's you. Mistake, friends, real mistake. You see, absorbing purple hair's emotions increase my strength. What you fools need is a healthy dose of terror. Fight me if you can, but you may as well resist the terror of your own emotions. So now, Psycho Pirate is basically crazy, taking advantage of everything. They all suffer the swelling, growing fear. Their hearts explode with every painful beat. And so Arian's trying to use his magic, I guess. Deidre's chain, protect me. He is the mage of Atlantis. His power knows no equal. Every terror, every nightmare, every arsony is relived and relived and relived, and there can be no escape. Yet Arian's sorcerous spells are cast awry by the darkling horrors gnawing at his brain. Arian, quickly come to me. Psycho Pirate's powers affect you because you can see his facial changes. But in my shadow form, I can protect you. Chola, the madness fades. I thank you, Obsidian. Not so simple. The Infinitor can't protect all of you. You're still prey to my madness. You're. And then a beam comes down. What? No. And then he disappears. He disappeared, but I don't think he planned to. Lord Arion. Thank you, Lady Cheyenne, but my strength quickly returns. To where did the Psycho Pirate vanish? What happened? Where am I? Psycho Pirate, I need you. Your voice. It's like ice. But I don't need you, and I don't even want you. Show me your face, and I'll teach you the meaning of terror. Fool, you would want a face. Without one of your own. You want to scream, don't you? Well, fool, you cannot. Not without a mouth. And then his face disappears. And you will die without an outlet for your emotions. If you wish to live, let me know. But to live, you must serve me as I demand. Your answer, now. Oh Lord, yes, I'll do anything, but please don't ever do that again. Without a way of expressing them, the emotions sealed inside me would have destroyed me. We've lost the Psycho Pirate. I, I'll do as you demand. Oh, he said, I'll do as you demand. And then they say, we've lost the Psycho Pirate. Monitor, surely his powers weren't that crucial. My dear Lila, I needed him more than either Obsidian or Arion. The menace we deal with is one of emotion. Then what of the empath called Raven? I can find no trace of her. If she is on the earth, everything about her has been changed. No, I fear we will have to forego the avenue and investigate another. Lila, my dear, get me the file on the new Dr. Light. It is time for me to create her. Wonder how that's going to happen. The Mad One was about to kill him when I attacked. He's not from Atlantis, then. No, not from this Earth, but another. Then the first that fell when this insanity began. But long after I was cursed for an evil act I had committed, a deed I have paid for 1,000 times over, and must suffer still 1,000 times more. I witnessed tragedy, and my being here means disaster is soon to strike. And I tell you what I am. I move between your time periods, but everywhere I go I see the same sign. Disaster? But the monitor swore our presence here would divert such crisis. Upon his command, we are to activate his machines. Arion, Bacholath, look! I'm sorry, but it begins anew. Antimatter will sweep throughout this universe. And there's the wave that's coming. They all look up scared. In a matter of hours from now, your Earth will die. Whatever it is, it's coming right at us. Then the monitor lied. He lied. And then there's tears in his eyes again. While in the monitor satellite, the fraying begins again. It reaches this universe too. And I haven't completed the arrangements for the new Dr. Light. My foe moves faster than I anticipated, while I feel the weakness spreading all too quickly. All too soon now I will die or be killed, unless, and he's thinking, unless. Meanwhile, Harbinger, speak to me now. The monitor has implemented his plans. Although not all his warriors are in place, most stand ready. The monitor will fail, as he has always failed to stop me. I steal his strength, and mine grows stronger. His champions are doomed as I pit one against the other. Now go, there is work to be done. So there's a wave coming, there's some light. As always, he proves the incompetent fool for not accepting the inevitable. When I am done, all his universes shall be destroyed, while mine shall rule supreme. So we don't know who this dark thing is. Universe after universe has fallen before my power. World after world is absorbed into one. How many worlds do I now control? How many lives are now mine? Lila, I raised you from childhood, yet even then I knew how it all would end. You were a child lost from the start, but I instilled within you hope. Find that hope, Lila. Call on it soon, for the darkest times are only hours away. That's the monitor speaking. Resist his temptations, Lila. Through you, through the child from Earth 3, through the man who calls himself Pariah, only through all of you and all my champions can the universes that still live survive. And that's how we'll end issue 2 with a cliffhanger. We get a little bit more of what's going on. There's a wave coming. There's an enemy that the monitor is trying to stop from destroying all these worlds. And we're going to see if he's going to succeed or if everything's going to get erased and changed. And here's the picture for next issue number 3 of Crisis on Infinite Earths. But cool, we're branching out. We're learning a little more. There's more characters that we haven't seen before or that I haven't really, learned about or read their comics. So it's kind of cool to read all this. This was all back in the 80s. So everything's, different. A lot of these aren't really popular. So it's kind of cool to see, what was popular back then and, see how it all ends up. But thanks for joining me. I'll see you again, guys, on the next issue of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Thanks for watching Rick Reads Comics. All right, later.